I don't like what he said, Skip, and he's lying. When you go on the road and you're a good player, you expect to get booed. But, Skip, why do you want home field advantage? In every sport, Skip, what they talk about? I want home cooking. I want my fans. Skip, when the opposing team, you come out at home, and if they boo the opposing team, you expect that. When they boo you, they're telling you you stink. You are terrible. And the Cleveland Browns, the one thing I know, Skip, I played when they were in Cleveland, the old, I think it was Municipal Stadium. I think that's where they played at.
It was.
Skip, and when this new stadium,
the baseball stadium.
And Bree. I've been there.
Yep, so have I.
The Cleveland Browns fans have been loyal to a fault. When Cleveland haven't given them anything to cheer for, they showed up. True. When they went for 1-31 over a 2-year span, they showed up. And now this joker stinking it up. But I want y'all to blame Odell, because what you didn't do when Odell was out there, you didn't mention his labrum, you didn't mention his knee, you didn't mention his foot, you didn't mention his shoulder. Now that Odell isn't there and you don't have that crutch to lean on, you blame everything else. It's him. 10 hitters, 10 touchdowns, 6 picks. You go back, and all you want to do is talk about the last 11 games. If I didn't know better, I swear Baker Mayfield was a first-year player because all you mentioned was 11 games last year. You don't mention what he did.
But you don't mention those 11 games last year because you went real quiet for 11 weeks. That's hard for Shannon Sharpe to do, just to swallow it for 11 weeks in a row. You got me.
How long has Baker been in the league?
4 years.
Oh, so 4 years. So you go 11 games in year 3, and you don't mention anything about year 1 and 2, and you ain't said nothing about now. Now you don't have that crutch, which is Odell. I want to know what you and others like you are going to blame on Baker's flaw. Now, let me tell you what Kirk Cousins did in Stefanski's offense. In 2018, he threw for 4,300 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks.
Was Odell there?
Hold on.
No.
This is what he did in 2019. 3,600 yards, 26 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, win 25, and missed the playoffs. When does Baker Mayfield come close to putting up those numbers? And they got a better offensive line and a better running game than what they got in Minnesota. As soon as you and others like you that watch
there's nobody like me.
Yeah, others like you that prop up Baker Mayfield. As soon as you realize he's average, he's average. There's nothing about him that's elite. The only elite that's in his name is in Baker and in Mayfield. That was the only E's. And you can't spell elite with that. So let me tell you this. That's what it is. It hurts him that my fan, man, if I go home and my family, because I look at the people that are in Denver or in Baltimore, that was my family. My go home and my family boo me. They tell me I stink. That hurts. But that's Baker. He wants to make y'all think that he's in charge. He ain't in charge. You know what? Pretty soon, they're going to have to make a decision. Those fans are about to turn on him. And I give him one more week. Lose this game to the Ravens and see what they do to you, Baker.
Okay. I thought the Brady hate was thick at this table, but right now, you have just eclipsed your Brady hate with Baker hate. It is so thick up here, I need a visor because it's like coming at me like bugs on the windshield.
He's averaging 1 touchdown a game. For a guy that says he's elite, he's averaging 1 touchdown, 10 touchdowns, 6 picks, 2 fumbles in 10 games played. That's fact.
I got a whole lot to say about this, and now it's my turn, and it's my floor to take it off. Take it, and I'm going to run with it. I will be the first to admit to you that just when I thought we had seen all of the progressive ads that we could see, last night they dropped another one. Another one. We're almost to Thanksgiving. And I thought, well, that's got to be the whole run for this year, right? There was the Halloween, then there was the left the seat up. Then there was the neighbor one. Then there was the house sitter one. And all of a sudden, there's a Bernie Kosar one of last night. What's the Wi-Fi password in here? It's some play call that's some out of the Browns offense. It's XY banana, spider banana or something like that. Oh, Bernie says, I typed that in. They're sitting up in the stands because it's Baker's house, right? Baker Mayfield's house is the name of the progressive ad commercials, right? Well, he got booed in Baker Mayfield's house. The irony was. And now he's spitting back at those fans saying, well, those are the same fans who don't stay quiet while we're on offense.
Really,
so
Skip?
I don't care about them anyway. All right.
You know that's a losing battle.
Now let's go to the much bigger picture that just pushed all of your buttons. I talked to one source last night that's a very good source that's very plugged into the Cleveland Browns, knows a lot of the players. And that source last night told me that this is all about Odell, because the players in that locker room, and I think we're talking mostly black players here, just to be specific about it, they are in awe of Odell Beckham Jr., just the way a lot of people are in awe of him. And again, his mystique, his aura is much bigger than his production over the last 4 years. He has been beat up. He's had 3 surgeries in 4 years, but I'm going to leave all that alone right now because he is still on a pedestal. What did we say last night, last week on his sort of Q rating, you know, his overall social
Number 2 behind
media.
Brady.
Yeah, he's just barely behind Brady. He doesn't have the numbers to show for it in the last 4 years, but it's aura, it's mystique, it's reach, it's power, it's media magnetism. He's got it. And those players, especially those who are a little younger than him, just adore him. They look up to Odell. And my source told me that team is very close to turning on Baker because there's no more Odell. Because even LeBron tweeted, "Free Odell." And once Odell got freed and goes to the Rams, it was like everybody in the locker room thinks, gee, I wish I could be free. You know, I wish I could get out of here too. So they are turning on Baker because Odell didn't work with Baker. And I think Baker went out of his way to make it work to a fault, because I told you from day one, he's way too Odell-centric. He is force-feeding the ball to Odell just the way we saw Matt Stafford try to force-feed early a deep ball to Odell and get it picked off.
Well, maybe those players in the locker room saw Odell go out of his way to try to make it work with Baker Mayfield.
Maybe they don't understand. Maybe both sides are wrong and right. I don't know what happened, but they did not click, even though I know for a fact that Baker and Odell were very sociably friendly, because they even went on a little quick vacation together just before the season started up to Montana. There are 4 of them who went, but it was Odell and Baker because they socialized. They broke bread together. Baker socialized even with Odell's father, which is why Baker said, I was blindsided when, remember, Odell Sr., what did he do, repost that video?
Yeah, repost the video of Baker missing it. What do you expect the father to do when analyst after analyst blame my son for the shortcomings of a quarterback? I'm not going to keep y'all I know damn well I'm not going to let y'all keep taking shots at Kiara Sharpe, and I'm just going to sit back and take it. That's not going to happen. So I'm right lock and stopping barrel with Odell Beckham Sr. supporting his son.
Okay, so I believe that the day Odell was acquired from the New York Football Giants and came grudgingly, haltingly to Cleveland, where he never embraced the lifestyle in Cleveland. How could he? He's New York and he's L.A., off-season home in L.A. He belongs in the Big Apple or he belongs in La La. One or the other. It's just where he can function, and where off the field he can obviously maximize his earning power. So we get all that. But the day he was acquired was the day I think Baker was doomed in Cleveland, because it's going to go downhill, and I think Baker's going to need a fresh start to revitalize his career, to go elsewhere. I don't know if it's the Houston Texans or somewhere else. He's going to have to start over because this situation is heading downhill.
Yeah, Skip, why can't you and others see that Baker is just average? It's what the problem is.
Time out. During his rookie year, he was so hot that Shannon Sharpe started driving the bandwagon for Baker Mayfield. You were saying, shake and bake, baby. Remember this? You were saying it. Huh?
Second year.
Second year. Well, whenever it was, there was a time. Okay, good. Second year. That's even better. It's all the way into the second year. And Shannon Sharpe saying, this kid can play.
I thought he could.
Okay. And then what happened? Odell happened. Okay. Well, somebody's right and somebody's wrong, because once he got hurt, I'm not going to
no. So is it
once
Odell
he got
hurt
last year, it was at Cincinnati. Baker took off, and so did the Cleveland Browns. And Baker went, 20 touchdown passes to 2 interceptions over that stretch. And Pro Football Focus graded him the 4th best quarterback in football over the last 11 games, which included a win in a playoff game at Steelers. No small achievement to me. Can Nick Chubb go? Yes, he can go. What is Jonathan Taylor doing for walking to him wins right now? He put him back on the map.
So why can't Baker do that?
We're about to talk about Dak Prescott. Would you believe Dak is just a product of the Cowboy running game this year? Yeah. When they run, he wins. When they don't run, he loses. So, it's pretty much by the books. You know, they're all like that. They have to have some running game.
So why can't Baker do that? When they got a running game like that. Look at Jimmy G when they run the ball. You look at everybody that's in this West Coast, because everybody is a branch of Stefanski is a branch off this West Coast. Why can't Baker do that? Why can't he do what Kirk Cousins, Jimmy G, and these other quarterbacks in that system do?
You won't give him any break because you got no use for him now, and you're completely unfair to him. He tore his labrum in his left shoulder. He fractured his left shoulder. He now has a badly sprained knee, and he's got a foot injury that has kept him from practicing the last 2 weeks. And you know what they should have done? Stefanski should have sucked it up the way Baker sucked it up and just said, I'm sorry, you can't go. Last Sunday, he was limping through the whole second half of that game. He could barely walk, let alone be mobile enough to escape in the pocket.
Skip, I would have gave him some credit if analysts had mentioned that and not blamed Odell, because they say the reason why he was struggling because of Odell. I didn't hear nobody mention that injury. That's my point. If you want to say Baker's injured, okay, I'll say, okay, you know what?
Well, I've been mentioning it for a month on this show.
But you know others have not. You have, but that was your crutch. That was your crutch. But Odell is gone now. Odell has been removed. The crutch, which is Odell, and which you can lean on, that could stand Baker up, it's been removed.
And what happened the first week after Odell was gone? They went as a team that is revolting, mutinying on Baker Mayfield. They went to Cincinnati, where they were a sizable underdog, and they won 41-16, and Baker was really good in that game.
Hold on. You know what I noticed? Did nobody mention about no mutiny? Ain't nobody mention. Baker ain't have no limp. He did not mention this is the most beat up I've been. He didn't mention anything about no labrum or no shoulder. None of the analysts that do this mention that. It's only when he struggles, it goes back to Odell. So what is it? Is it Odell or is he just average?
Okay, has he mentioned Odell one way or the other? No, he has not.
But he got, see, that's what I'm saying. See, just like Odell didn't say anything about Baker not hitting me. That was his dad. Just like Baker had
always tell me, dad speaks for son. That's how it goes.
Yeah, but I'm saying, just like quarterbacks and their agents can get things out to analysts and they can become their mouthpiece. I'm glad Odell daddy. Y'all not finna keep talking about my son and putting all this blame on me. When you got 3 Pro Bowl offensive linemen, you got 2 basically Pro Bowl running backs. You got Jarvis, who's going to the Pro Bowl every year for the last 3 years.
And he's more beat up than Baker is.
And you got Austin Hooper, and you got Njoku, and you got Bryant, and you got People Jones, and you got Swartz.
And you don't have Kareem Hunt. Thank you.
Whoa, you got Baker. Why are we mentioning a running back when you got the #1 pick in the draft? Is he what you said he is or isn't he? I just need to know right now.
Okay, when they got blown out in the second game without Odell, they didn't have Chubb or Kareem Hunt.
That's your opportunity to show, Skip. That's how you get the big bucks. When you don't have all your weapons, you win the game. That's how you do that. You see what the Ravens do? They got no Lamar Jackson and they go win. Guys, step up. If he's what you said he is, if he's what those other guys have been saying Baker Mayfield is, he win games like that. But he cannot, because you know why? He needs everything to be perfect in order to maximize what he is. He's a guy. He's a guy.
Well, how did the Magic Man go to the Rams and they got blown out on Monday night?
Who?
The Purell, you know, Mr. Purell. His hands work 99.9% of the time.
They lost. They lost, Kim.
Yeah. He didn't change life in L.A.
We saw them lose very badly to Arizona. Did we not? At home. We saw them lose very badly. We saw them lose at home to the Tennessee Titans. So we've seen teams take L's this year that we wouldn't normally see, like, How did that happen? It happened. But all I'm asking you is this, is that if we're going to be fair, now, I need y'all to mention these injuries when Odell was there. Now that Odell is gone, y'all said it was Odell. Ain't mentioned nothing about the injuries. Now Odell gone, he beat to hell. This is the worst I've ever felt. But let me tell you, Skip, I've been there. I've been in Denver when we was struggling in the mid-'90s and they were booing. It hurt because I know I'm laying it all on the line and I'm taking needles in the ankles and in my shoulders and I'm laying it on the line. And y'all booing. Do y'all know what the hell I did to get out here?
That's why he did not speak to the media after the game. He couldn't take it anymore.
Guess what? I stand right before you. Hey, I know we bad. I would boo too. Hell, as a matter of fact, I'm on the sideline. Boo, we suck. We did. But guess what? It's my responsibility as a leader to make sure we stay together and make sure that everybody, hey, look here. Y'all, what he should have done is say, y'all blaming Odell. It's not Odell. That's not what he did. He let Odell take all those arrows. He let Odell take all those blows to keep that heat off him. Now there is no Captain America shield, which is Odell. And now all those arrows are piercing his skin. And it hurts him. I tell you, you won't listen to me. Sooner or later, O'Shea Sharpe talks a lot. But nobody ever says Shannon Sharpe doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. They say he talks a lot.
Well, I say that occasionally.
No, you don't. No, you don't. And I just won this debate. Go ahead. Alex, take it away.
You won this debate. Time out. We have one last what if. We now have to find out if Odell is seriously better than Robert Woods, because I don't think he is, but he's on the hot seat in L.A. He's in Hollywood now, and I got to see, are you better than Robert Woods? Because Robert Woods, unfortunately, is gone.
He's gone. Yeah. But he had another year. He has another week to learn the offense, get caught up to.
He doesn't need to learn any offense. He runs his own routes.
There you go.
He's magic.
There you go. There you go. Well, I don't know what. Well, they need to let Baker run his own stuff because 10 touchdowns, 6 interceptions with 2 fumbles in 10 games. That's not it.
Odell's message to the quarterback is just follow me. Follow me. Just watch where I go. Wherever I go, throw it to me.
Okay. So what's Baker's message? So what we did? What did he put on tape on Sunday?
He's in trouble. He's got
a heap of it.
Yep. He's beat all to hell, and the locker room is turning on him. That's what's happening.
You know why? Because the locker room saw how unfairly you criticize and others criticize Odell when they see, Skip, you know this. After covering this game for as long as you cover it, you know you can't fool the locker room. The locker room will tell you, everybody that's in that locker room, that's a good guy and that's a jackass. You know that, I know that.
I got that. Odell is seen as a very good guy, and I've told you before, I think he has a good heart. Sometimes his head isn't in the right place, but he's got a good heart. The locker room loves him, but I think they overestimate his worth right now because he's not living up to what he used to be.
And you know what they say? They say Baker is not what y'all portrayed him to be.
All right. Well, that's fine. We're about to find out, aren't we?
Yeah.
You got at Baltimore, by Baltimore. There it is.
Yeah.
It's right there on the table. And you're what, a game and a half out of first place? You're in last place, but you're only a game and a half behind Baltimore, right?
Hey, it's like tag team say, whoop, there it is.
Yep. There it is.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.